Today I'm going to be showing you how to winterize your small engine. Here's the tools you're going to need. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is remove this air box. Alright, now pull the air cleaner off. And on this specific model, we're going to have to remove these lines. Alright, now unhook the throttle linkage from the carburetor. Now you're going to want to pull off the fuel line. I can already smell the old gas in the carburetor. Now you're going to want to drain your gas. The gas line on the motor ain't long enough, so I'm going to put this filter and another piece of line on there to make it a little bit longer, and then I'm going to drain it in the tank. Alright, now I'm going to take the carburetor and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to dump the gas. One of the reasons you're going to want to drain your tank and carburetor is ethanol gas will corrode and eat away the gasket and the fuel line. It also attracts water and moisture, so it can make the inside of your tank rust as well. The corrosion will clog your jets in the carburetor, and that's the most common reasons that most people have problems with their small engines, because they don't clean the carburetors out and let them sit for a winter, and they get corrosion in the jets, and then they just simply don't run. Alright, now that you got your carburetor on a clean surface or a rag or something, you're ready to start disassembling the carburetor, and we're going to spray it out with PB Blaster. Spraying it with PB Blaster or WD-40 or any kind of petroleum or product or lubricant or anything like that, it's going to coat the inside of the carburetor, and it's going to stop the ethanol gas from corroding your carburetor. Alright, we get a 10mm bolt here, and we're going to take that off, and then we can get the float bowl off. This Predator 420 is actually brand new. It's never been run for more than 15 seconds at a time. So this motor is brand new, and you can see the permanent marker on it from the factory. Alright, now that we get the float off, we can see the gasket, the float itself, float pin, needle and seat, and the jet right in the center. One thing I just noticed about these big block carburetors is they do not have a sediment cup on them. All my Predator 212 carburetors and the 196 cones I got do. This one does not. Alright, now we're going to remove the idle screw right there, and then right below it is a pilot jet, and we're going to pop that out with the flathead screwdriver. Another interesting quirk about these big block carburetors I just noticed is that their pilot jet is the same, but for the longest time I always thought they were different shaped because they got this black piece on them, the top. And the reason why they have it there is because the idle screw is set much higher than the standard small block carburetors, so they need this in between there, so the idle screw holds the pilot jet in. And looking at the pilot jet, you can see it says 42 on it. Alright, now take your PB Blaster and start coating the inside of the carburetor. I'm going to move it around just to make sure the whole inside part of the carburetor gets the PB Blaster on it. Now I'm going to do the same thing to the other side of the carburetor. Get these little air holes too. Spray it in your main jet as well as your needle and seat. Get some PB on the float bowl itself. Take some PB and spray it inside of the carburetor. I meant the pilot jet, my bad. It's getting kind of late right now, so my thinking is kind of slow. get your float bowl back in. Get the inside of the float bowl too. Alright, now put your float bowl back on. And the last thing to spray is where the pilot jet goes. Put the pilot jet back in along with the idle screw. And one more thing to spray right where the fuel line attaches to, right in there. And that's how you winterize a carburetor for a small engine. Another good thing is that before you put your small motor away, to change the oil out if there's old oil in it. This motor has brand new oil in it, and it hasn't run much, like more than 30 seconds at a time, so there's no need to put new oil in it. The reason you don't want to change your oil before you put it away is old oil becomes slightly acidic over time, and I'm not saying that's going to do any internal damage that's major, but it's just something to think about. And when next season comes, you won't have to worry about it. And that's how you winterize your small engine. So if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.